So when I talk about DRL, okay, it is a data retrieval language. Data retrieval language. What do we mainly do? We'll read the data. Retrieve the data, read the data. Both means the same. Here, the main command that we are going to use, or anybody is going to use in the case of DRL statements, is the select statement. Okay, select star from table. Okay, so when I say select star from table, it is going to fetch all the columns. If I mention this star, if you want to mention any particular column, you can mention column 1, column 2, like that. Okay, now we are going to select the data. Now let's say if I want to filter something in the data, then we are going to use a where clause. Then if at all, if there are some situations wherein, let's say, I have a order transaction. I have done tons of orders online. Now I want to take summary of amount I spent. Okay. Then I need to actually take a sum of amount. I want to take the count of items I have ordered online. Then I have to do the count of quantity. Okay. Now I also want to take average of spends in a particular month. Okay, average of spend in a particular month. Maybe I can take average of amount for a particular month. Okay, I can have a min, I can have a max. Okay, these are called aggregate functions. These are called aggregate functions. So in the case of select, we'll also have to learn how these aggregate functions work. That is with the group by. With the group by it will work. I will show you how we're going to run. Okay, then we're going to have something called as a having clause. Okay, having means whenever you want to filter the data, okay, on the columns, you can just filter using a where clause, where ID is equal to 10, where name is equal to Vinod, like that. But data, whenever you want to filter the data on summary column, on the summary column, then you are going to use having sum of amount greater than 1000, sum of amount greater than 1000. If you do, then it will work. Okay, otherwise it won't work. You guys able to hear me, everyone? Hello, can somebody answer?
Yeah,
Hello,
we're able to hear.
you are okay, fine. Now if at all I'm selecting, let's say, 10 columns. Okay, I want to display the data in proper order. Then I'm going to use something called as a order by order by class. Apart from this, we have something called as a joins. We have something called as a ranking functions. Okay, so these are the important things that we are going to learn in the case of DRL. We are going to learn in the case of DRL. Okay, so let's keep giants and ranks aside. So let's say select from table where group by having order by. So whenever you want to understand how it executes, right? Whenever you want to understand how it executes, first thing that is going to execute is the from class. First thing that is going to execute is the from class. First, it will go to a table, okay, and then it will filter the data. Then it will select a required columns. Then it will do the grouping. because whenever you want to take the summary, you need to have all the values, then only you can do the summary. Then you are going to filter the aggregated data. Then you are going to order the data. First is from class, then where class, then select class, then group by having order. Group by having order. This is the order. If at all, if you ask me if there is a join, how it works, then it will also do the join. If there are n number of joins, one after the other, it will do the join. Then it will go for select. Now, in the notebooks, there are a lot of them that we have defined over here. We'll understand a few of them. We'll understand. Let's say there is something called as a limit class. Let's say select, if I do a select star from table. So in the case of Databricks, what it will do, it will it will display only some data. It will display only some data. Okay, but in the real time, it should display all the data, but they have a limit of 65,000 KB, so they will just do the 65,000 KB and then they will they will hide the rest. They will hide the rest. Can I display only 5 rows? Can I display only 5 rows? Yes, you can display only 5 rows. How you can do? Using a, let's call limit 5. If I do a select star from table, limit 5, then it will display only 5 rows. In the case of this SQL, if at all, if you want to limit something, let's say select star from events. Okay. Now, if you want to limit, maybe it will have only few rows only, but if I want to limit only to one row, then you can take select top one. Top one works in the SQL, but in the Spark SQL, it is limit class. The Spark SQL, it is the limit class. We'll see that. So everywhere there are tables wherein you can create the table, insert the values, and we can proceed with the running of the queries. Can proceed with the running of the queries. This is a person table. See, let it load the data. So when you want to know just like how the structure of the table is at all, then people will tend to use this limit. People will tend to use the limit, which will be helpful. Now, if I do select star from person, it will just display. Maybe I have like 10 rows or 8 rows. So it will display all the 8 rows. Now I want to limit, then I can limit to 2 rows. Then, okay. Now, if at all, basically, whenever you say limit, limit will be applied by default in the Spark SQL, but it will be limit all. Even if you mention or don't mention, it will be limit all. But if you mention some number, it will display those many numbers. It will display those many numbers. Now, I'll finish the limit and then I'll just go next. Okay. So any questions in the limit guide? It is just simple one only, but whenever you want to analyze something, I want to know the structure of the table, then you can use this limit. Then you can use this limit. Now, I will have to go in the order actually so that it will be easy for me to explain and easy for you to understand. Now, let's say if I want to filter the data, if I want to filter the data, okay, let's say in the person table, we'll just run the person table and see if I can filter some. Select star from person. Okay. So here, let's say if I want to filter the data, okay, I want to say where name is equal to Ravi, where name is equal to Ravi. Fine. If I do this, I will get the name has Ravi. Okay. Now, if I want to say I want to fetch the names where R appears as a first character. R appears as a first character. So if we just give is equal to, it will find a exact match. If at all, if you want to do a pattern searching, then you have to use a like class. Okay. There you can say R percentage if you do. Whatever the rows that starts with R, the name starts with R, all of them will appear. All of them will appear. Okay. So if you want someone to end with R, maybe so percentage means anything, any characters or any number of characters appears after R, that doesn't matter for me. Just display all of them. Just display all of them. If you want anything R appears in the middle, then just give R like this. If there is any R that appears in the middle, that comes. Okay. Here, Prasad, Sridhar, Vikrant, everywhere R appears in the center. Then you can do this. Then you can do this. So, like this, if there are null values, right? If there are null values, null means an imaginary value. It is not as a blank or it is something unknown or imaginary value. Okay. Age is null. Age is null. Then now, how to I filter the data? I want to filter the persons where age is not mentioned, where age is not available. Can I do something like this? Age is equal to null. Can I get age is equal to null? I cannot do that. So, age, a null value cannot be equal to another null value because it's a imaginary value. Okay, null is null kind of a thing works over here. Null cannot be exactly equal to another null because it's a imagine. This is one imaginary value. This is one imaginary value. So you don't know what's stored over there. So always you have to use age is null. If you do, then it will fetch the records. It will fetch the records where age is not mentioned. Where age is not mentioned. Okay, you can give any number of conditions. Age is null and name is equal to, for example. You can go on giving n number of conditions. There is no issue. There is no issue. Okay. Any questions in the where class, guys? Anybody got any questions? People who don't have a SQL background, who have SQL background, this looks very silly. But anybody don't have a SQL background, they can ask. They can ask. Fine. Let's say in this particular table, now I want to display the data in a proper order. I want to display the data in a proper order. What do I mean by a proper order? Let's say I want to display this particular data based on the name, alphabetical order of the name. Then how can I do that? Okay, let's say I need to first, whenever I mention any column, okay, if I want to use, let's say if I say age over here, and then if I say order by name, for example, then it won't work. It should be in the select statement normally. It should be in the select statement, then only you'll be able to understand. Then only you'll be able to understand. So now, if I put name, comma age, if I put name, comma age, then I have to use this order by name. Then only you'll be able to understand. Then only you'll be able to understand like this. Okay, whenever you are ordering something, then you will have a ascending order or a descending order. Ascending order means the data will be displayed A to Z, 0 to 9. Okay, 0 to 9. Now, descending order means ASC is ascending order, means it will display, default it will be ASC. No, I want to display in the Z to A order. Then you are going to do this. Then you are going to mention explicitly saying, kindly display the data in the descending. Kindly display the data in the descending. Okay, you can do that as well. You can do that as well. Now, if there are two names and I want to change the order, I want to display name in the descending order, age in the ascending order, age, ASC, I can do this, no problem. So it will display in a, so first it will sort by name, then it will sort age in the proper order. It will sort the age in the proper order. Okay, you can do this with number of columns. You can do this with the number of columns. Now there are numbers also allowed here. Okay, there are numbers also allowed. If at all if you want, then you can say order by one. It will order by name, first column. If you mention to, it will order by second column. Age, it will order by age. Okay, you can mention numbers also. You can mention numbers also, which makes sense. Which makes sense. So order by, you can order ascending or descending. Okay, you can have any number of columns in the order by, but it will execute in the left to right fashion. It will execute in the left to right fashion. Now, we'll take let me take the group by class. Okay, let's say in this particular table, let's say I want to take, hypothetically we'll talk, because it is not that easy to convey in this particular example, but hypothetically we'll see. I will see if I can create this table. CMP table is, if at all if it creates, then it will be easy for me to explain. Just give me one second. So there could be examples in the individual sheets, but I will try to take some of them over here so that it will be easy rather than going into each state. Now what I'm doing is I'm trying to create a EMP table. Based on that, what we do, we'll try to do some group wise. Okay, there is an employee, okay, and his salary is so much. Okay, he belongs to a particular department. His job is anything, right? Like some of them are salesmen, some of them are manager, whatever. Employee job is, there is a job type. There he got a manager, that's fine. He got a salary and he belongs to a particular department. Now I want to know maximum salary of an employee. Maximum salary that an employee is fetching. Let's say maximum salary can be, just do like if you do max of a salary, then it will display. It will display max of a salary. Okay. Now let's say I want to take max of a salary based on a, let's say I want to get max of a salary based on a particular department. Since I have max of salary for a department. Okay. Now for this, what we are supposed to do? I need to add a department column. Let me remove this. Select star from employee. I need to add a department number. Let's say department number, comma, max of salary. So whenever I use a function on top of a column, I need to give a alias. I need to give a name. It's a max underscore salary so that it will display properly. Otherwise, the column name will be max of salary. Now, let's say I want to do this. Now I want to do this. It is throwing an error because I need to first divide the data into different groups. Then I need to do this particular activity. What do I mean by divide the data into particular groups? I need to tell group the departments first, department number, okay? Group the department number, and in each department number, take max of salary. In each department number, take max of salary. Okay. Now, if I just do max of salary, it will give max of salary for all the departments for the whole table at a table level. Okay. Now, if I want to do it for each department, then you are going to select the department number, and then in the group by you are going to mention group by department number, and then take the max of salary, and then take the max of salary. Okay. Now, if somebody asks you what is the count of employees available in each department? Okay, what is the count of employees available in each department? Okay, let's say select department number. Fine. First I will put from EMP so that intelligence works. Now I want to take what? I want to take count of staff. I want to take count of staff. If I want to know what is the total count of employee, then just do select count of staff. It will give total count. But each department wise, I want to take the count. Then what I'm supposed to do? Department number, comma count of staff, group by department. Then it will give for each department what is the count of employees that are working. If you see, I have not given alias for count of staff. Okay. Now I have to give EMP count. Then it will display EMP count as a column. This is called alias. You can give alias at a column level. You can give alias at a table level also. At a table level also. Now, can somebody tell me, let's see, analyze this. Can somebody give me a query? Whoever new to SQL, I would request them to try this. Okay. Now I want to, there are job types. Okay. Now I want to get max of salary or max of salary for each job type. It should display manager, which manager is getting max of salary, and then salesman, which salesman is getting max of salary. Can somebody try a particular query over here? Whoever is new to SQL, whoever knows the SQL, that is fine. Would like to, would you guys like to try? Okay, whoever knows SQL, can they try? Hello.
Yeah, Vinod. So it will be select job,
Yes, select the job type. Okay.
comma, max of the salary,
Okay.
and then group by the job.
Group by job.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Thank you, Vish. So it is absolutely right. For each job type, okay, I need to select the job first, and then I need to select the max of salary. Then it will give the answer. Even I can do a min of salary. Okay. Even I can have n number of them. Like I want to select max of salary. Okay. Max salary I will give max salary. Min of salary. Okay. Min of salary. Minimum. Who is like which is the minimum salary in this particular job type? Fine. I want to actually take the sum of all salaries. Okay. Sum of salaries. Okay. Then you can put any of them. You can put any number of them, but you need to do the group by okay for the columns that you have selected. For the columns that you have selected. Then only it will. Then only it will. Just remember this. This this will be helpful. This will be helpful for you, and you are going to do it. Now, so let's say I have this requirement. Okay. Some people tell me like, can you fetch the records? Okay. Somewhere, sum of salaries in department is greater than, let's say, 5,000. Okay. What it is saying, can you fetch the records where sum of salaries? Look, they are saying you can do the sum of salaries at a department wise, and the value should be greater than 5,000. Let's try this actually. Now select. It may look simple, definitely. Let's see how it's going to work. Department number, DEPT. Okay. Now I have to take sum of salaries. Okay. Group by department. So right now what they are saying, sum of salary should be greater than 5,000. Okay. Let me do this. Where sum of salary greater than 5,000. Let me try this. Okay. What it is saying. So you are grouping the data, you are taking the summary of salaries, but you are trying to filter the data, okay, before the group by. Whenever you want to apply the filter after group by, what I should do, which clause I should use? I should use something called as a having. Remove the where and put having, then it should work. Then it should work. Okay. So now I will add further clause to this question. Okay. If at all, if somebody wants where the department number is greater than 10. I have department numbers 10, 20, 30. I want to filter department number greater than 20. Okay. I need to apply which filter, and I need to apply that filter where I should apply that filter. Can somebody just help me with this? I want to apply a filter. The question is, I want to fetch a department number where department number is greater than 10.
Should be under where clause.
Why it should be under where clause?
Because we need to fetch the data before the aggregation. We need to apply the filter before the aggregation.
That's correct. So you can always put this filter, okay, in both having clause and where clause, but just remember to optimize this particular query, we need to apply the filter in the where clause so that they don't want any data related to like which is less than department number less than or equal to 10. So then I can just filter and then do group by and then filter, apply the other filter. Okay, I will fetch the information, and this and this are same. This and this are going to fetch the same results, but the efficient way is filter whatever you can before the group by, so that you are going to do the aggregations, less aggregations, less aggregation. Okay, fine. Any questions anybody having in this case, please ask me. Anybody got any questions, please ask. In the group by. Fine. Okay. Let's talk about this case statement and we'll move ahead with the joins. So case statement is nothing but I think we discussed in the case of Python, right? So Python, what is the case statement? So whenever there are some conditions and multiple conditions and I want to derive some results based on conditions, I will use this case condition. I will use this case. Okay. Just like Python, here also we can use the case statement. Let's say when, and then you give the column name and the condition you want to use. Let's say age is equal to age is less than 2. For example, age less than 2. Then we'll say infants, then display it as infant. Okay. Age is when age greater than 2 and less than age less than, let's say, for example, 16, then consider them as children. For example, I'm telling you. Then children. Then else you can say else it is adult. Else it is called adult. Okay. Like this, whenever you want to actually, let's say in this particular table, it is again a person table. So in this person table, let's say age is less than 10, if at all if I do. Okay. Then let's say children, there is some kind of a text I have given. Children. Okay. Age is greater than 10. Then I will say adult. Just for example, I'm giving else small. Okay, else small, then what it will do, it will just display the data accordingly. You can put any text you would like. It's a derived column. This is called as a derived column. This is called as a derived column. So you can fetch it based on that. You can derive it however you would like to, whatever you want, you would like to. I can actually, if at all if I don't have a else, if at all if I don't have a else, then what will happen if, okay, if at all if it's not able to evaluate the things, if it is not able to evaluate the things, I'm just telling age is equal to less than 10, age is equal to greater than 10, will it provide any result if age is equal to 10? Okay, if age is equal to 10, what will happen? Because I have not mentioned any other condition, right? So it will give null value. So if age is equal to 10, it will give null value. If age is null, I have not mentioned anything. Okay, I have not mentioned anything. So again, it will provide null value. That's why it's always a best practice. Then it is, if you say unknown, it will mention unknown. It will mention unknown. It's always a best practice to use the else condition. It's always a best practice to use the else condition. Okay, which will actually, which it will be is. There is one more thing that I want to talk is ENP. Okay, let's say in this particular table, okay, in this particular table, I want to fetch the name of a, like I want to fetch the names of the managers. Okay, I want to fetch employee name. I want to, okay, I want to know managers. Okay, I want to fetch the employees who don't have a managers. For example, EMP number 7566 is having a manager. Okay, like that, we have managers for many of them. EMP number 7839 don't have a manager. 7839 don't have a manager. Okay, I want to know how I can do this. How I can do this. For example, here I can easily simply write where manager, okay, manager is null, then it will fetch the information. where manager is null, it will fetch the information. I don't have any issues. Okay. Now I think it is stored as a new string, so that's why it is not fetching. So NUL it is not fetching, that's why. Okay. Now if at all, if I want to do a inner query, okay, inner query means, so I have this employee. Now I want to search if there is a manager or not. I want to write a separate query. Let's think if it is a separate table. I want to do select star from EMP again. Okay. Here, the inner query means I'm going to see, let's say, select star from employee. I want to know the employees who are managers. I want to know the employees who are managers. Then I'm going to say where EMP number in select manager from employee. Select manager from employee. So what it will do, it will fetch the employees who are behaving as managers, Okay. This is called as a subquery. This is called as a subquery, wherein you have a one query. Okay. In the where condition, you have a column name and you have a lot of information in the other table. Then you want to fetch the information. So you are going to write another select statement altogether and execute it. So this is called as a subquery. This is called a subquery. This we may use many of the times. And not many of the times, day in and day out you are going to use. So you may write a very complex statement. You may have 1,000 lines of code also here. Okay. So this will be important. This will be important. Okay. Let me talk about joins. Okay. Whenever we talk about joins, okay, join means the whole idea of DBMS. Okay, normalization. Normalization means splitting the tables into multiple tables. Splitting the tables into multiple tables is called normalization. So now I'm splitting the table into multiple tables. Now I want to fetch information from both tables. How I can fetch information from both tables? Using joins. Okay. Now, if I want to fetch information from both the tables, I am going to use something called as a join. We have different joins. Okay. First and foremost thing is inner join. We'll understand each of them. I'll first list them. Left join, left outer join, right outer join, full outer join. Okay. Then we have something called as a Cartesian product. I will explain all of them. Then in the case of Spark SQL, we have something, two new joins are introduced. Left semi-join, left anti-join. Okay. So if at all, if you say I'm very good at Spark SQL, you should know what is left semi-join, what is left anti-join. These are, most of you would know what are these. We'll understand. Let's say, okay, I will talk about inner join first. I will take the example and then we'll go ahead also. I will draw, I'll explain, then we'll also understand. So, okay, I will take sample tables by myself. Rather than just going on. Okay. matrix customer name of the customer Roberts table order ID. Okay, let's say I have data like this customer name we know to again ABC. Okay, 3 null null. Here I will have a customer ID, let's say order ID 1, order ID 2, order name. Instead of order name, I don't need a order name, I will just use the customer. Okay, customer ID, product name. Customer ID 1, okay, again 1, null, product name you make pen, computer. Okay, let's say I have two tables. One is this left table, another one is the right table. So guys, please concentrate over here in this. You maybe you know a lot of things, but you will not know some things also that you may come across in the interviews and even in the real time. Okay, I have two tables. One is the customer, another one is the order. Okay. Now in this customer and order table is related to customer table based on the customer ID. Based on the customer ID. Now for each of the join types, we'll understand how the data will be displayed. How the data will be displayed. Now let's say I want to first do a inner join. Okay, I want to do first do a inner join. What do a inner join means? Okay, I have a table A, I have a table B. Okay, now this is customer, this is order, this is order. So whenever I do a inner join, all the items which are appear in the both A and B, only those will be only those will be taken into account. Both the tables should have the same names. Both the tables should have the same values. Inner join. Let's say I want to do customer ID join to order table. Can somebody tell me what will be the result over here? So if I take inner join and do this, then what will be the result that I will get? Even if it takes time, we'll understand this. I have one available customer ID, one who did the order. Okay, I will get one. Okay, and his name, let's say we know, and the order that is available. Fine. Now, for customer ID 1, is there any other order he put? Yes, he put order 2. Okay, and then it will also come in the result set if I do inner join. So the definition of inner join is if the record available in both the tables, then the column I am going to join customer ID to customer ID means start customer ID is equal to order.customer ID. Customer ID. Then it will fetch two rows. It will fetch two rows because in the join condition, one has put two orders. One has put two orders. So I'm getting two rows. I'm getting two rows. Any question in inner join? Anybody having asked me? Come on, guys. Like if you don't understand, you have to ask. Now, left join. Left outer join means what it will do. Now I'll put the same structure. Okay. Here the thing is join key appears in both tables. I want to join on customer ID. Now join key appears in both and also join key available only in left table, only in left table. Okay. So first is inner join key appears in both. Now, can somebody tell me, will this null value come over here? So my definition of left join is join key appears in both the tables, and also columns, like the values appear only in the left table. The values appears with only in the left table, even if we don't find a match, even if we don't find a match. Okay. So in that case, 2 will appear, fine, and the corresponding value will be null, null, null. Okay. How about null value? I have a customer ID null over here. Will that appear in the result set? Can somebody tell me? This will be an interview question. Even if it is right or wrong, just try to tell me. So my definition is, even if the key does not appear in the right table, this is the left table, this is the right table, then it should appear in the result set. So null is available. Again, it will display null everywhere. I am not denying the fact, but it will appear. It will appear in the results. This is nowadays is a sure shot interview question, and also in the real time you should know this. You should know this. Now right join. Okay. Kindly do a inner join first, and rows that are appearing in the right table which don't find a match in the left table. Rows that are appearing in the right table is this and this. Okay. Fine. And corresponding everything in the left table will be none. Okay. So this will right join will have a result set like this. Have a result set like this. So left join, I have a left join, I have a right join, I have a full join. Full join means I need to do both left join, I need to do both the right join. Left join and right join. So let's say I will copy paste this left first, and then the extra records in the right, I can copy paste. Extra records in the right, I can copy paste. Full join means from both the tables, you will do a inner join first, and even the rows which don't find a match in the right table, you will fetch. And the left table also you will fetch. So these two don't have a match in the right table, so I am fetching them. And these two rows over here don't have a match in the left table, but I am fetching. I am fetching. Okay. This is full join. This is full join. Now there is a Cartesian product. Cartesian product means each row in the left table will join to each row in the right table. Means one will appear one. I'll do it for one. That's a Cartesian product. Basically, if you just do a join without any head and tail, then you will get it. Okay, you do like this, you will get the results. For 2 also, it will repeat. For null also, it will repeat. So it will have 3 cross 3, 9 records. You have 3 cross 3, 9 records you will get in the Cartesian product. Okay, so now Vinod is trying to say, apart from inner join, left join, right join, full join, Cartesian product. I am telling there is a left anti-join and then a right anti, a left anti-join and left semi-join. Let me talk about left semi-join first. Left semi-join. So only from the left table, all the matching records will come. In the left semi-join, I will show that example why it got importance. Only from the left table, the matching records will come. Matching records will come. Here only one we know, okay? That is it will be a distinct value. It will be a distinct value. So only from the left table, the matching records will. Okay. Now left anti-join here only from the left table, non-matching records will. Non-matching records with the right table. Non-matching records with the right table means 2 and 2 and right. Okay. Left semi-join only from the left table. If at all if people ask me, okay, how do I do it for the right table? Consider right table as the left table and then join, then it will work. There is no right semi-join, there is no right anti-join. Okay, we all have to survive with the left semi-join, left anti-join. Okay, this is how things work in the case of joins. So anybody got any questions, please ask me here. I will also show you the syntax, how to do I'll write and show, there is no issue. But this conceptually, anybody got any questions, please ask me. Okay. Whenever you want to join two tables, okay, then you are going to first do the select star from one table, customer, see. Okay. Now I want to join. I want to do a inner join. Okay. Then I can do inner join. I can use this keyword inner join or just a join. Just a join. Okay. Orders. Give a alias because you have customer ID in both the tables, so it will be confusing. Either I have to give full table name dot column name, or I have to just do c dot customer ID is equal to o dot customer ID. Okay. Then if we do only matching records will. If you want to do left join, add left. Okay. Right join, do a right. Okay. Then if you want to do full join, okay, if you want to do full join, you can do full outer join. So if you want to do left semi join, you can do left semi join. Left anti join also you can do left anti join. So even though I gave star, in the case of semi and anti, it won't fetch columns from the orders table. Star means it should get columns from both the tables, basically. We'll see that again. But I'm just explaining the syntax. Now, even if I give star, it won't fetch records from the right table. Only fetch the records from the left table. Now, if I do a Cartesian product, if I have to do a Cartesian product, you guys have to do this. Select star from customer C, comma, orders. Oh. Means you are not going to do any join. Like you are just saying, try to select from both the tables. Let it figure out and fetch all the data. This is the Cartesian product. Rest everything is the same syntax. Rest everything has the same syntax, but Cartesian product have this syntax. Cartesian product have this syntax. We'll see here what it fetch, what it don't fetch. I lied. Just remove this arrays and also EMP. I'll add a null record. What this null does. Okay, I'll add a null here as well. Let's see. That's fine. That's fine. This is the DLPT, I guess, the last one. Okay, let's insert. So just try to make the changes you want whenever you're trying to do this that I explained in the Excel. Okay, so you will be able to see the right. So you'll be able to see the right. Fine. So EMP, DEPT, that is fine. Okay, let's start with the left. Let's start with the inner join. Just join, right? Just join if I do all the matching records, so will come. So remember, I'm giving star. That means it is going to fetch all the columns from A. It is going to fetch all the columns from B. So that's how the data will be. That's how the data will be. If you see the department number, there will be no nulls available. There will be no nulls available from both ends. If I do left join, so intentionally I gave small letters for the department table, so that if I do left join, I will be able to understand that there is a department number in the left table, okay, but there is no department number. So I have changed, there was 80 actually, I changed it to null. That is absolutely fine. As I explained you, null will also appear. Null will also appear. This is exactly what I wanted to show. And right join also will fetch the similar results. All the columns from the left will be null, and right also will have none. Sorry, it will be 40 is extra in right table and also null extra. So it is fetching both. It is fetching both. Full outer join from both the tables, left join, right join, both will run. Left, right, everything will run. Everything will. Okay. This also will run. If I say, even if I don't mention left semi-join, it is a left semi-join. Just mention semi-join. Look at here. It removed columns from the right table. It removes all the columns from the right table. Only matching records from left table is coming. No right table columns. No right table columns. All the non-matching from left table will come if I do and right. If I do and. Okay. So this is how you have to understand the joins. If I want a Cartesian join, okay, even though I'm 15 years of experience, people ask these shit questions in the interviews. Okay, what is this? What is that? 15 5 is 75, 15 in employee, 5 in department, so I'm getting 75 rows because I'm not mentioning any join condition. I'm not mentioning any join condition. Okay. Maybe even while returning also people may ask me all these giant questions. Okay, this is really, really, really important. Unless you practice, you will not be. Maybe I'm not sure. I have convinced you to understand all the things, but because I hear very less questions from the people these days. So most of you are having a SQL experience, but I just want you guys to practice it. Okay. Any questions in giants, guys? Again, I want to clear your understanding if you don't have a problem. Okay, I'll stop the recording for today's class.